Yeah, and you guys need energy. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Good morning, everybody. It's the Breakfast Club back here in the building.
Cut it out about breakfast.
What's good, everybody? It's your boy Sima, your boy Ronto, your boy BlckkStar, and we ain't got no guests today. I'm always butchering something, but yeah, we don't got no guests today. Just us in the cut. Yeah, and this is maybe a Guess Better podcast.
Yeah, New York edition.
New York edition.
I am excited for breakfast though. I'm waiting for IHOP.
Yes, sir.
This guy's never had IHOP. It's crazy.
Yeah, no. Yo, the food out here is it's insane, man. I do miss Vegas food though. Like Vegas food. Like I feel like if I ever were to live in the States, Vegas is one of the places I'd consider.
It's really not though. Like you gotta travel some more, but
Still,
it's decent.
the best food spot we went to in Vegas was some random Chinese spot.
First.
Yeah.
I think we got the spam musubi or some shit like that.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't a Chinese spot.
Delicacy.
It was a Hawaiian.
That's
yeah.
Hawaiian.
Yeah, we got Hawaiian food. Yeah. That shit was fire. I've been to I still have only been to 3 different states, like New York, Nevada, and
Florida.
Florida, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. See, you didn't touch Texas. You didn't get down to Louisiana.
Louisiana.
You didn't get down to. You didn't go to Georgia.
Yeah.
You didn't get to Atlanta. Where else got some good food?
Yeah, I wanna check out
Tennessee,
the Midwest.
Yeah.
I haven't to Cali yet. There's
Cali
so
too.
yeah, there's a lot of places I want to go. So it's just this is how I feel about moving to the States now if I were to do it. But yeah, I definitely got a lot of other states to check out and stuff. Hopefully we could do a Detroit trip because that's very very close to us. So
Detroit.
yeah, Detroit would be just not even in terms of just linking up with anybody, just sightseeing.
Did you guys envision yourselves in the video games that you used to play seen?
That's a very good question.
Because going around New York, I'm thinking about the Spider-Man game. I'm like, oh shit, I've been here.
Yeah.
Say less.
Yeah, we were at Times Square and there was that one part, and you never seen Spider-Man. Well, this is not movie game related, but it's movie related. You ever seen Spectacular Spider-Man when he was fighting I think it was Electro?
Yeah.
And you see those bleachers and stuff,
Yeah.
and that really reminded me of something that was what was it? Non-fictional, right?
Yeah.
And it's just crazy because you see this shit in movies, games. You're like, yo, I'm actually in the setting.
The setting, yeah.
Yeah, I was even talking about with T about that. Lockdown T. We just finished our episode with him. Yeah, he was just saying it was just surreal seeing all this stuff in the media and then actually being a part of it. Mm-hmm. It doesn't even seem like it's real.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, even yesterday we went on the Staten Island ferry.
Yeah.
That reminded me of what's that Wu-Tang show? The Wu-Tang Saga.
Yeah, Wu-Tang Saga.
Everyone should know what you're talking about. The Wu-Tang Saga. While we're on the ferry, I'm just like, this is that episode when they came up with the plan to actually be Wu-Tang.
Yep.
I'm just like, oh shit.
But it's crazy because when we started this, I think I even told you I got the whole idea from that Wu-Tang. Watching and just trying to bring everybody together, people from different aspects, just to try to create something beautiful. So, yeah,
it's a full circle moment.
Honestly, but yeah, we gotta talk about just. We already talked about Times Square. We already talked about taking the ferry. We gotta talk about just the culture here, right?
The culture.
Yeah, just how people interact with us. Because
we already experienced a bit of that. Last night, this guy coming up in the camera, wanting to spit his freaking music.
Yeah.
It's just holding you. He's like, yo, put me on camera.
Yeah, I was like, damn, bro. All right, but it was cool, though. It was cool to see, people are here, they mind their business, but they're not afraid to not mind their business, if that makes sense.
Yeah. It was funny when we were eating, I think it was Charlie's, Philly cheesesteak spot. and then that guy came up to us. He's like, "Y'all hungry?"
Yeah, yeah.
And it's like, yo,
randomly.
yeah, like back home, like people wouldn't even come up to us or say nothing like that. Like, you know, like just leave us alone. But
he's like, "Oh, y'all just eating, no talking."
Yeah,
Y'all hungry? I said, yeah.
Yo, we were really hungry yesterday, man.
Yeah, but it was good eats.
I still didn't get my chopped cheese.
Hey, we stay
Still didn't
hungry.
get the chopped cheese to this guy.
Man, I'm
But
sick.
he did find the Four Locals.
Yeah, so yo,
Buzzball.
yeah, I was on a little Fort Local hunt, buzzball hunt.
Buzzballs are sick.
Yeah,
They're not bad. They're not bad.
I put these guys on, man.
Not bad.
Yo, I've been trying to find Cutwater up here, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all have some different flavors that we don't have in Toronto, so I've been trying to find that. I might be able to find it on our way home, hopefully. Fingers crossed, but yeah, nah, like stuff here is pretty lit.
The culture's not bad. We went to the I can't believe we almost forgot about this. We went to the soca party in Brooklyn.
Yeah,
That was actually decent. Like,
man, it wasn't too bad.
I wasn't mad at it.
Yeah, it felt kind of like back home, like where, you know, people actually enjoy Caribbean music and stuff. Like, I feel like there's only select places in the States where you can actually find like the Caribbean aspect in the country. You know what I mean?
The DJ was tough too.
Yeah.
He was Russian, yo.
He was Russian.
Yeah.
Yeah. But there's a lot of like Caribbean,
There is
Germans, Russians,
Chinese people.
So funny.
Chinese.
It's so funny, but yeah, Toronto still does it better.
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe we just need to find like a rooftop party here.
Yeah.
That was what we were supposed to do last night. We didn't end up doing it. Yo, we got home mad late.
I don't know what time. Like what, 3?
So yeah, something like that.
Barely been getting any sleep.
Yo, you know what I just realized? We probably should mention talking about Cinat linking up with Vybz Kartel.
Whoa, yeah, that was a big move right there. What?
We were watching the stream last night.
That was hilarious. Like, even that is like a full circle moment for Kai, because like they went to Jamaica. He's always shouting out vibes, you know, always showing that respect to the different islands. I know he's from what, Trinidad.
Yeah, his mom's from Trinidad. But yo, you want to know like what's even crazier? The time span from when he went to Jamaica and now, I think it's probably like almost a year apart.
See?
Yeah, because he went for Jamaica Carnival, and I think Jamaica Carnival is like around this period.
Yeah.
So it's like literally like a full circle moment where he's bigging up vibes. He's saying, "Yo, where's Spice at?" And he's like a year later, he's on stream with both of them.
And the
man
makes the funniest music video, putting on his Jamaican accent.
Yeah,
Man,
I don't even know what the name of that song was.
I don't know. It was me personally. I'm not bumping it, but yo, that was very clever. It was funny.
It was entertaining.
Yeah.
And I was seeing that Kai reminds me of like Kevin Hart mixed with like Safari. Yeah, that's the energy I get from him. So like he's short like Kevin Hart with that energy, but he has that like Safari. Nicki Minaj's ex-husband or boyfriend or something like that.
Okay.
You know the one
that's crazy that's how we remember him. But
I mean, like for the people that don't really,
he like Safari's been on like
Love and Hip Hop. Yeah. Besides that, like he hasn't really done anything to get like a lot of like, you know, media attention.
I feel that.
Right.
I feel that.
Like notice to him.
Yeah.
You know?
Nah. If you don't know him, you don't. Yeah.
Yeah. He's mad entertaining though.
Yeah.
Like, that's the one thing I'll say about that guy. That guy's entertaining. That's why I feel like there's that mix, because like he's very animated with his Caribbean like element. Yeah. And Kai kind of brings that, but it's not full Caribbean. It's like
it's funny because they're both New Yorkers.
Exactly.
So it's that same vibe, same mentality.
But he most definitely has that short Kevin Hart energy. Like,
yeah.
I feel like Kevin Hart reminds me of like a little like animated chihuahua. You know what I mean?
Animated chihuahua. That's crazy.
Yeah, I love Kevin Hart though, but that's the energy I get. He's just like you know, just in your face and stuff.
Yeah. They fill the room up. They fill the room up with energy.
Yeah. And you need people like that. You know what I'm saying? Like when you're not, like, you know, you're just kind of like down. You need somebody that to bring out that energy. Is it? So Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's good to
Imagine
see.
they were all in the same room together. Kevin Hart, Kai, and
Safari.
Safari.
That would be
That would
very.
be trippy, and they kind of look alike too. So it's like
Yeah.
it'd be trippy to see.
Yeah, it was funny when Kevin Hart, Drewski, and Kai were all all in the same room,
that shit
and like,
was
look what trouble they got into.
Yeah,
Yeah. But
So,
yeah, also we should mention like, yo, what the hell is going on with Will Smith? Y'all see that picture with him?
yeah,
That was
that was
odd picture.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's for some type of promotion.
I think the thing with Will Smith, he's such a great actor, and I feel like he's very faceted in terms of like what roles he plays.
Yeah.
That he can tap into different aspects. Maybe I might be like copping a plea for him, but I feel like it might be a movie role.
Yeah.
I don't know, but that picture looks crazy.
To put that with no context, come on.
Yeah.
But I think, you know, what they say, bad publicity is still good publicity.
Yeah. All publicity is good publicity. Yeah. But
We probably just judging too soon.
Yeah. But no, like you said, no context. That picture looks crazy. Like nobody, bro. People in the comments are flaming him, saying this is why Jada is the way she is.
oh my god, let's
yo.
not even go there.
Yo,
Let's not even go there with that.
Yo, somebody said, yo, how do you stop Chris Rock and get CTE? Like,
Yeah.
Damn.
yeah.
Yeah, it's I don't know, man. People just living their lives at this point. You can't really,
Watch it.
yeah, like shit happens, and he's just doing the best he can for his life, I guess. I don't know what's going on for real.
I feel like sometimes like people just live their life and kind of just don't really care about what other people say.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so I feel like he's one of those
them.
ones.
He's definitely one of those people. Like just tunnel vision. I'm living, doing me. I can't focus on what you're doing, and you really can't focus on what other people have to say about you all the time because it'll like throw you off, and then you're just letting other people interfere with your got going on.
Will Smith will always be famous.
Exactly.
Yeah. He's a goal in like the acting space.
Yeah. He's what's your favorite Will Smith? Because he did shows, films. What's your favorite Will Smith project? Let me say that.
I'd say Hancock.
Hancock? Ooh,
Yeah,
that's a tough
where he was
one.
a superhero.
Yeah.
I wish he did a second one.
Because like growing up, like I've always been a fan of him, and like he's been in so much films like Hancock. I recently watched I Am Legend for the first time in a long time, and I watched the director's edition, and I'm like, yeah, this is a great performance. Imagine
You read the book and be cheesed though.
why.
It's totally different plots, not really the same stuff.
Yeah, but Hollywood does that with a lot of films, a lot of movies, books, and stuff like that. So I'm not too. I kind of have an idea that sometimes not true to the source material. You know what I mean?
And since I honestly didn't even know about the book until I watched the movie,
Yeah.
I wasn't like disappointed or nothing because the movie was great to me. But say my favorite, growing up we used to watch Wild Wild West a lot.
Yeah.
That movie was funny.
It was on like BT or something. Like they used to do reruns, or it used to be like one channel or one station where they used to run that a lot.
Tech in that movie was so odd.
Yeah, but it's crazy how I like how they mixed like new stuff, not necessarily new stuff, but like
It was like a blend through technology.
It's like futuristic and old western.
yes, it was tough. And then the jokes and then everything that was going on.
Yeah, I like movies like that. That was really good.
And then oh man, you can't forget about Bad Boys. Like,
Or
Bad
Men
Boys is just Men in Black.
Yeah.
I think that might have to be my favorite one.
Men in Black.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because it's just like on like a nostalgia thing. Like I used to watch those movies a lot as a kid.
I got Men in Black 2 when he started beatboxing.
Yeah.
Yo, I remember in the theater specifically that fucked up the theater. Everyone was like, oh shit. Yeah, that was cool.
Now I need to do a rewatch. Oh man.
Yeah.
I missed
What
that.
is it? Did it Will Smith do Shark Tale?
Yeah, he was a voice actor on that too. Like,
Was it Shark Tale?
yeah, he was a voice actor.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go
I
through it.
remember. So we used to get movies for our birthday.
Yeah.
Like, you get to pick your movie.
Oh, that's
and,
lit.
You know, we'll grab your favorite, like whatever's going on, you decide that day. So we used to get your favorite food, you pick a movie, and then that's what we're doing for the day. Mm-hmm. So I remember I think I was turning 9 or something. I picked Shark Tale, and that shit was.
You know what's so funny? As you were talking, I'm looking through like Will Smith movies, and there's so much.
Yeah.
Like I can literally name some of them right now, like Bad Boys, Gemini Man, Bray. He was in Aladdin, Suicide Squad, Focus, After Earth, Men in Black, Hancock, Hitch, Pursuit of Happiness.
Whoa.
Yeah, the Pursuit.
Hitch too. Hitch was like one of the first times I seen like there's people like dating coaches and life coaches and stuff like that. That's the first time I ever seen that type of.
He was giving game.
Yeah, I didn't even know that was a thing for real, and
a lot of people base their like skills on that movie.
That type. When I was a kid and I was like, okay, let me go to school and try this now. You know, all from Hitch. So
I feel like game like. The thing with game is it only works for some people. Like you gotta find what works for you when you're talking to women and just moving around life and stuff.
You gotta tailor everything to your swag,
Yeah.
But another thing with Will Smith too, a lot of his movies have good messages in them.
Yeah, most definitely.
I
think that's what I think he purposely does that. Like I think when he was talking about just not cursing in his music, like he's trying to send a positive message to the youth.
Even the music though, like. Wow, Will Smith actually was a legend. Like this guy has Grammys.
I'm gonna have to go through his music catalog
he's
right
one
now
of the
too.
first. I believe he's one of the first hip hop artists to get Grammy or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. I think it was for Summertime.
Yeah,
he does it. He tries to do it all without swearing.
Yeah. So especially this day and age where that's all you hear, every other word. It's kind of cool. He kind of went through his career and didn't even have to do none of that.
But so Fresh Prince is like his youngest, right? Him at his youngest,
like his earliest acting debut.
Yeah.
I think
that was his
so.
first thing.
Yeah, because that was like saying like the early '90s or something like that.
Yeah, like late '80s. Okay. Yeah, I think Fresh Prince was his first acting thing with that like catapulted him.
He just popped off from there. Not a lot of actors can do that and like keep their career going on a high afterwards.
Yeah, but like it's one of those things where he saw. I guess he must have saw a future in it and kind of like locked in and took it more serious.
Yeah,
put some respect on his name.
Yeah. He did the music thing. He fucked up hip hop and then he jumped into the movies and TV and he's all around entertainer.
Yeah. So speaking about Fresh Prince, question for you guys. It's a dumb question, but I gotta ask it: light skin Aunt Viv or dark skin Aunt Viv?
Oh,
you see Fresh Prince,
dark skin was first, right?
Yeah.
Dark skin Aunt Viv.
I'm going with dark skin Aunt Viv because honestly, she fit the look better at least for the family, and
I feel like she was cooler,
Yeah, like she just brought something to the show where like, light skin Aunt Viv did her thing too.
Yeah,
but there was like. Like when you cook something and the food's good, but there's just something missing.
Yeah.
Like, and you just can't put your finger on it. Like, what is that? Like, she brought that missing ingredient. I felt like, that energy, and she was just hilarious at the same time. So that energy was missing.
I think there was like a good atmosphere, like good camaraderie with them. So yeah, I would have to say dark skin Aunt Viv, and I just want to put a disclaimer because I don't want nobody coming for us. We are not colorism.
Yeah,
we're not colorists.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? So when I say light skin and dark skin Aunt Viv, I'm talking about just like because I don't remember the actors' names. But if you watch the show, you will know exactly who I'm talking about, what I mean. So yeah.
But
you know.
If you know, you know.
Exactly. What was your let's say like what's your favorite Fresh Prince episode?
The thing is, I watched it so long ago, like as a kid, I never really went back to rewatch it. But one episode I always remember,
like, stands out,
like that really stands out, and I think everybody probably knows which one I'm talking about, is when he was, I think crying to Uncle Phil, like, oh, like, why does my dad love me?
Oh, and he was punching the air and shit? Yeah.
like
that.
that. Like, I think just see it, even like internet stuff. Like, people will always repost that episode or the episode with him in like the I think it was like the last episode that everybody was moving and he was just in the room by himself.
Yeah.
Like, episodes like that really stand out to me because like I think they're very defining
moments.
That's the character building.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I really do like his relationship with Carlton. Where it's like the dynamic is like, yo, this silly, laid back guy and a, you know, studious, preppy black guy in America. It's a very interesting dynamic. So
You know what's my favorite episode though? Like one of the early ones when he kind of just like his first time moving into the house kinda. And he's there hanging out with Ashley. Like he got a drum set and shit. And then Jazz came in and started playing the drums and he started dancing. Yo, to this day, that shit makes me crack up. Like every time I watch it, it's like the first time seeing it all over again. It's hilarious.
Yeah, I gotta do a rewatch of that, man.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a lot of good episodes that
I like the episode where this is one of the times where he catches Ashley kissing somebody.
Oh yeah, starting to remind me of these episodes.
Oh my god,
it's funny how he kind of just jumped in and played like this like big brother role to Ashley. And, like, you know,
But okay. Now that we're on this kind of topic, Martin or Fresh Prince?
Oh,
you see, the silence was crazy. Silence,
Martin or Fresh Prince? Because yo, those two, like I could watch them to this day, and the jokes will still hit you like it's the first time watching it.
Yeah,
and they're like hurt your stomach type of laughter. Like,
all right,
so
it's so good that it's hard to choose either or because like they're really like brothers.
Yeah.
So
it's real timeless. Yeah, timeless work.
Bad Boys for life.
Yeah. I would have to say Fresh Prince.
Fresh Prince?
Yeah. I think it's because I've seen it more growing up than Martin. Martin was like,
yo,
you have to really dig for that.
Yeah.
It wasn't really as accessible to us.
I remember Fresh Prince more.
Yeah.
I feel that. Yeah, because they really pushed Fresh Prince more on the reruns.
Yeah.
I didn't really watch Martin until I was like older.
Same.
Yeah, but I'm gonna have to go with Martin. Yo, okay. If you know, you know. The dog episode where he had the Rottweiler. It was a fake dog, but yo, that shit was so. He's there barking like the dog. Calm down, guy. And it's a fake dog the whole time, and he's barking and carrying on. Yo, to this day, I'll shed a tear watching that shit.
I feel like they don't make shows like that no more.
The way he just stays flaming that girl. What's her name?
Shirley?
Yeah.
Pam.
Pam.
She was pretty.
Oh my god.
Yo, why everybody on the internet, like, I feel like this is kind of like certain spaces on the internet, people are like, yo, Pan is better than Gina, like in terms of looks and stuff.
Tripping.
I don't know that beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
Very subjective.
Yes. So what's beautiful to one man might not be to the next. So they're both beautiful women. Shout out to them.
You know what they say, Black Queens forever.
You feel me?
I'm not playing stuff. I mean, I'm not playing, but you know what I'm saying.
But
a joke me I make.
Shit, I'm gonna pay him. I can't lie. I'm gonna pay him.
Like I said, Black Queens forever. I can't even pick. I love them all. I don't discriminate. You get me? So I do have a question for you. Since you said Martin or Fresh Prince, my wife and kids, or Bernie Mac show.
Whoa!
Yeah. I'm not in this one. I ain't
Damn. He caught me with that.
Got him.
They lost me.
My wife and kids or Bernie Mac. Bernie.
The GOAT.
The rest in peace, because that guy was genius with.
Favorite comedian.
I felt like every time I watched that show, I just felt like I was at one of my uncle's house or something.
Facts.
Like, you know, and then he's always teaching something, and then like. It made me feel like you were there all the time. Like, as a kid, I'm like, oh, shit. Like, I feel like I'm going to school with Jordan and shit.
Yo.
You know?
It's so crazy because, like, When he passed away, I was so sad. Like,
Trust
I was
me,
like,
trust me.
genuinely sad.
Trust me. And yeah, the way they just put everything together. But like even my wife and kids, it was the same thing.
Yeah.
The lessons were there, the comedy, the family aspect was there. Shoot. I'm gonna go with my wife and kids just because I feel like I related to that a little bit more. Cause we have so much siblings and stuff running around and
a little bit more chaotic. And stuff.
yeah, like you
Yeah.
know, and then yeah, I feel like I just watched my wife and kids more. It was more put into our face more. So yeah, I'm gonna go with my wife and kids.
Don't get it twisted. I know these shows. I just never
Like,
did a
took it
full
in.
watch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you feel like? A different world. How do you feel about that?
a different
I'm
world.
trying to remember what show that is.
It's a different world.
It was like a crossover from the Cosby Show when the daughter went to college.
I don't think I watched that. I watched
With
the Cosby Show.
Dwayne Wayne with the glasses that flip up and
Oh, with Urkel?
no.
You see, I don't even know what y'all are talking about.
Whoa,
I feel like if I
whoa.
see a picture or like cast, I probably know who you're
With
talking about.
Denise.
Nah, I don't even know what that is.
Oh my
A
god.
different world.
What?
Vocals.
That show was
Come on.
crazy.
So, we're not gonna do the Pandora's box segment, but we're gonna go straight into how our mental health are doing right now. Bless you.
I'm truly blessed. That's how I feel.
Jeez.
Man.
This guy thinks he's smooth with it.
You seen?
Yeah, man.
Okay.
He's smooth with me.
Yeah. Truly blessed, yo. We made it. We made it to New York, safe and sound.
Yep.
No issues. I want 2 issues. I'm not gonna lie, but it was
Gonna be
smooth.
bumps in the road.
Yeah, it was smooth overall. We got to shoot a lockdown T.
Yep.
I was very excited for this trip. You know, like when you're anticipating something and you're just putting a lot of pressure on yourself and you can't even go to sleep for real. So the fact that we finally got over here, got it done, the goal accomplished. Like you said, we got some bumps in the road, but we're pushing past it. We're gonna make everything work. Yeah, I'm gonna say my mental health is great right now. Like I'm on a high. Like
yeah.
because like even the merch, like when you come up with the idea in your head and you write it out, you talk about it,
And you execute it.
when you execute, it's the best feeling. So even with the merch, this trip, even some of the other ideas we had for a long time, we got to get it done this weekend. We got to go sightseeing, all that stuff, man. It's a great feeling. I can't wait to do it again. We're about to got a lot of stuff for y'all. Let's just stay tuned.
Yeah, I most definitely agree. But Naya, how about you? How's your mental health and like just the trip and stuff? And
I'm feeling good. There are like traveling. You need the time
Yep.
to really get into the city and explore. If you're here for only just a few days, like we're here for like 3 days, not really even.
Yeah.
It's not enough to settle in and
Really
then
enjoy
get to
it.
explore.
Facts.
Because we barely touched New York City, I feel like.
Yeah, you need a good 5 days, no cap.
But I'm glad I came and figured some things out, and I know the vibes.
Yeah.
So next time I come, it's just going to be 10 times better.
Next time we come, hopefully it's for like another like link up with somebody big.
Yeah.
We can line that up and actually like give our viewers some real substance and actually spend a good period of time in New York. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like that's an idea that I think we definitely need to execute. But in terms of my mental health, like I feel like I needed a break from Toronto, and not the song, but like the actual break. Like, you know what I'm saying? I felt like this trip was definitely something that I was very anxious about prior to us being here, but it was fun and very exciting in how things played out. Like, there's not everything that I felt like we got to do, but we still got the chance to execute a lot of big things.
Yeah.
And I'm very excited to show you guys that, because I think I'm going to start going back to my YouTube page and like dropping vlogs and stuff. So I want to incorporate the New York trip, just some clips.
Yeah, man, we got the footage. This guy needs to do something.
We got a lot of content. Like that's what I'm saying. Like I'm super excited for that. But yeah, you know, after this trip is back to the grind, back to guests, back to just regular
Back to
life.
reality.
Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much how I feel right now. Like I'm great right now. So yeah, but I also want to let you guys know to like, comment, and subscribe. We have Patreon now, so you guys go check out our Patreon. That's gonna be in our description. Spotify 5 stars. Please check out our Spotify. If you guys are not visual listeners, listen to the audio. You guys can do that at work. You guys can do that at school.
On the drive.
You can do that while you're talking to your girlfriend, your wife, your side chick, your baby mother. Who names it? You know what I'm saying?
In the back while you're cooking.
Or your therapist, you know, if you guys are talking about mental health. Come on.
There you go. There you go.
Yes. Merch.
Merch.
One more time. Merch. Yo, no, you gotta get up. You gotta get on that. Show them the merch. Come on. Yeah. So you see the back?
Maybe it gets better, man.
Wait, what does that say for the people? Maybe it gets better, because honest to God, it's gonna get better. Yeah, man.
It will get better.
So yeah, we got 2 versions of the hoodie coming soon. Yeah, check out for that. We're probably gonna drop the link for that in the description eventually once we sort that out. That's coming real soon. And y'all got any final last words?
Man, New York was a blast.
Yep.
Can't wait to come back. We were supposed to tap in with a few other people, but you know, schedules.
Yep.
Yeah, man, I'm excited for the next trip. You know, that's
Again, big ups to Lockdown T.
Yeah, he was great.
Yes.
Yo, he was amazing, and congratulations again
For the 1
he's
1 million
on an amazing path, and I can't wait to see him again.
Real humble guy, man.
Yeah. We have to go to the UK.
Yeah, I think that's
Yes.
on our list of trips to go to the UK, because I'm trying to go to Notting Hill Carnival. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Get me, bruv.
Yes.
Come on.
The part 2 of Lockdown T's podcast episode is gonna be even better.
Yeah. And hopefully we tap in with some of the content creators over there too. Like, you know, like, yo, fingers crossed. You know, it'd be crazy if we can like link up with like the guys from Shits and Gigs.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be crazy.
Yeah,
James
man.
and Fuhad.
You see, we're putting that in the air.
Yeah, manifest
You
that.
see what happens.
Yeah.
But if you guys have any suggestions of where we should go next, just leave a comment down below.
Exactly.
And we'll get back to you.
Yep. We up.
Peace.
Peace.